This is Chris Stewart here with training footage from July 17th, 2014. Today in training I did Sotts press, cleans with no feet, normal cleans, and then I did front squats with 2 jerks. So starting out with the Sotts presses, these are some of the first times I've ever done the Sotts press movement, and it's fairly difficult for me to do. Getting that bar up over your head from the front squat position is not easy, and you can see my balance on these is not very good. I'm kind of wobbling back and forth, you would say, and they just don't look pretty whatsoever. I mean, and it's very difficult for me to be doing this at the bottom position, keeping my weight back so I don't fall over. But after the Sotts presses, I moved into cleans with no feet, starting with looks like this is 60 kilos, and I think I worked my way up to 70 kilos for the cleans with no feet. So yeah, I go into it right here. And one note about these cleans in general, I guess, is I'm trying to pull the bar a little bit farther than I normally do, or maybe I should rephrase that. I'm trying to not leave the bar out in front of me. I have a bad habit of doing that, and it just causes me to miss the lift forward. You'll see in some of these lifts I miss, well, I just fall on my butt basically is what happens, and that's kind of what I want to be happening, because that's showing that I'm getting that bar farther, or catching the bar farther on back on my shoulders or my delts than I normally do, and that's what I'm aiming for. I think on this next lift here, you're going to see me fall right on my butt, and it is because I'm catching that bar at a farther back position than I'm used to catching. I'm pulling it a lot better. So you see on that, I just fall straight on my butt. But that's kind of what I'm aiming for when I miss these cleans. I don't want to be leaving it out in front of me. If I miss it, I want it to be from me pulling that bar too far in and basically over pulling it, so I lose balance backwards instead of forwards. But the cleans otherwise, so I think, no, I'm still on the no feet cleans here, and some of these I'm catching it with an extremely narrow stance, and it's probably because I'm doing no feet and I'm not starting with a wide enough stance because my feet don't have a chance to move out. And I need to keep that in mind next time I do these, is to remember to move my feet out a little bit to make it a little bit easier on the catch. So now I'm moving into my normal cleans. This is 83 kilos, and I mean, I was just trying to keep everything in mind that I was doing with the clean with no feet, so I want to try and be pulling that bar. See, that's what I don't want to be doing. I don't want to be missing out in front like that. That's what I want to be doing. So you see these consecutive misses, and one of them I miss it out in front of me, the other one I fall backwards, and I want to be doing the second one because that is where I think I need to be on as far as cleaning goes. I don't want it to be left out in front of me. It gets harder to fix that bad habit of not pulling it in far enough compared to over pulling. And then as my flexibility develops, hopefully I'll be able to make up for some of those mistakes that I make on the pull as far as pulling it too far. But I think I did 3 sets of 3 on the Sotts presses, a 2x6 on the clean with no feet, and then a 2x6 on normal cleans too. And I mean, there wasn't anything new really going on there. It's just working on pulling to that correct position. Now you'll see the front squat jerks, and my jerk, I guess it looks okay on these lighter weights, but once you see the heavier weights come up, I think it worked up to 80 kilos on this, you'll see me get pulled forward coming out of my dip, and that's not good. So I need to work on making sure that I dive straight down, or dip straight down, excuse me, for those cleans instead of getting pulled forward, and I mean I end up launching the bar because I get pulled forward on these jerks. And actually, these are one of my favorite training exercises though for doing or getting better at you getting used to the feeling of coming out of the hole, aka front squatting, and then being able to put together a couple of good jerks. And I mean, sometimes I'm able to do it. I'm not missing any of these because it's kind of lightweight, but the form is what I'm more concerned about. I need to get used to being tired and jerking this weight because, I'm going to be very tired coming out of a heavy clean. My current PR for a clean is I think 110 it's 112 kilos for a clean, and a clean and jerk total it's 110. So that's something I think is really worthwhile doing, is these front squat jerks though, and I'm going to keep doing them. I'm going to try and work on my dip and drive to improve that, and hopefully get fairly consistent with my form, because that's what really needs to happen, is just getting consistent with my jerk. But that's about all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching.